Hello and welcome to the first episode of Vintage Exotica, the video series about some exotic gadgets from the past. There are many different vintage hardware reviewers on the web today, like Techmoan or the 8-Bit Guy, but they mostly cover the new world hardware. But what about us here in the old world, and especially Soviet Russia? We've also had some exotic gadgets too. So today we're gonna take a look at the extraordinary Olimp 005 Soviet reel-to-reel machine. You can already see it was something extraordinary by just looking at how much tape heads it has. Yeah, that's a lot of them. That's the optical tape sensor, the search head, the erase head, then goes the record head, the forward playback head, the capstan, and the reverse playback head. On the left hand side you can see the programming panel, which you use to enter playlists or adjust the timer or use the search function. And on the right hand side you can see the manual control panel as well as the multitude of audio controls on the bottom side of the front panel. It was bundled with quite a bulky remote control that you have to turn on manually, as well as a receiving unit that also acted as an audio timer and an input selector. And also, it included the various service manuals and the operation manual. According to the manual, it cost a whopping 1300 rubles back in the day. In today's money, that would be nearly 50,000 rubles, taking the inflation into account, of course, and that is more than 800 bucks for a tape recorder. Well, for a high-end tape recorder actually. Come to think of it, the price is perfectly reasonable because they put all of the latest technology they could into this open reel machine, including servo motors and microcontrollers. It also comes with an empty tape spool, which you clip on just like this. The remote unit plugs into a port on the back, using a military-style connector. The power socket, however, uses some weird kind of a fused connector. So let's start off with the remote unit. It loses the clock setting when it's turned off, which isn't really convenient. These two buttons control the timers to start and stop the recording. The three buttons on the left are the input selector. You can also switch inputs using the remote, as well as control the volume and the pan of the input signal. The lights on the right indicate the current balance and the volume. The three buttons on the left are the power switches for the three devices that you can plug into this timer unit. You can use the panel on the right to engage regular playback modes, such as playback, pause, record, stop, and reverse playback. There's also a convenient rollback button, which is essentially rewinding as long as you hold it. The machine also has auto stop, which means when it hits the leader or a transparent section of the tape, it will enter the stop mode. You can also enter the hidden edit mode by holding down the pinch roller and pressing play. This will let you scrub the tape in either of the directions. Apart from the volume controls down here, we have a couple of more interesting settings, such as the control buttons, which are essentially source versus tape switches, the bias and high frequency equalization. That's not a potentiometer, that's actually a three-positional switch. The buttons that allow recording for each channel, the speed switch, and the playback switch, which can essentially turn your machine into a mono machine. The tape counter can be switched into a time counter. However, in this mode, when using the rewind or the fast forward buttons, it doesn't count the actual amount of tape, but much rather counts the time that the tape has been rewinding for, which doesn't seem really useful to me. The programming panel, however, really makes this machine extraordinary. For example, you press F, Then key in a number according to the tape counter and press F again to find that exact spot on the tape. If it comes past this spot, it will rewind until it finds it with pinpoint precision. You can also use the review button to hear the beginning of every song on the tape. It plays about 20 seconds of each song, then starts searching for the next one. This process is repeated all over again until the tape runs out. Or until you hit the cancel button. By pressing F and then enter, you can enter the time you want the tape to stop after. For example, let's have it run for 10 seconds. As you can see, it's not very precise, but it gets the job done. However, one of the most exciting features of this machine is the ability to build playlists. You basically enter the numbers of the tracks on the tape in the order you want to play them. On the left, you see the playlist's item position, and on the right, you type in the track number. Let's play number 1, then number 4, and then number 5. When it starts playing, it shows the current track number on the right, and the next track number on the left. As you can see, right now, it's playing track number 1, and the next track will be number 4. Now, as you can see, once the track number 1 has finished, the machine starts searching for the track number 4, and the playlist items shift on the screen. When it finds track number 4, it starts playing it. Pretty amazing for a machine from the late 80s, right? I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Vintage Exotica and found it interesting. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.